Hi there, welcome back. First, I want to apologize for taking so long to make this next movie. Some aquascaping work put me on a plane to Doha and later Kuala Lumpur. Like I said before, the season for building next year's contest tanks has begun.
While I build for others, I often take a walk with them to some places they like. During our walk, we talk about what they want to express and what inspires them, like this picture of just some roots and barren rocks.
Now, before we get into today's subject of color in aquascaping, I just want to show you this picture, as it shows you the tank I challenged you to find during my first movie. This is the tank that featured a snow-like effect in the tank.
Today's subject is color, and more precisely, the reddish colors we get with plants. This Dutch-style aquascape shows off the full strength and impact of these reddish plants. Red in an aquascape can be a very intense and strong color, dominating the scape.
However, it can also be a subtle highlight. How you use it is up to you and what impact you wish for it to have.
Yo-Yo Prayogi used it in this jungle-style scape in 2019, winning SEAC SIPs.
But in his 2021 IAPLC win, the red color is practically gone. See how the lack of red makes the jungle scape much darker?
The thing about red in aquascaping is that this is a high-impact color. Even just a few red plants have a strong impact, and red allows for some really nice reflections.
It can highlight or emphasize your focal point like it does here.
You can use it to create a horizon or background in your tank.
In this tank, it is present all over the place, complementing the fish that have the same color.
Yet, where we see it used most is for highlight and reflections. And when you really want to make it pop, a black background goes a long way. But be aware that red plants can take your eyes away from the focal point, or even become a focal point by themselves. Red lotus is a plant that lends itself very well to creating an underwater feeling. This underwater feeling is important as aquascaping is underwater artwork.
A red lotus can even be used to create a carpeting effect that is different from classic carpets in aquascaping.
In my opinion, the hardest part about reddish tones in aquascaping is the fact that red plants seem to be just as impactful as hardscape. While green plants cover up hardscape and almost hides it, red plants almost become like hardscape.
Let's look at this scape, where the stone platforms are clearly visible as a hardscape feature. At the same time, when you look at the plants, they also seem like independent features, and even create a line in the horizon higher up in the scape.
Juan uses the plants here not only to complement the stonework he created, but also to give the tank a certain feel to it, a certain atmosphere.
In the previous videos, I talked about aquascaping being a story, where you take the viewer on a journey. Red plants lend themselves very well to this storytelling. As we see in this scape, Autumn's Embrace, where the red plants simulate the browning of the leaves in autumn.
In this scape, it is used to create a burst of color, an explosion of sorts.
And here the artist used it to create a wave of color, or an aurora. In the next few pictures, I would like you to just look at them. See how the red colors are used as a hardscape feature, or as a way to guide your eyes to a certain point, or how it brightens up the overall feel of the scape. But can you really win IAPLC or another contest using red? Yes, you can. We saw Josh Sim winning with it in 2019.
Juan Puchades won a competition with it in 2023.
Luis Galarraga used a tiny hint of red in his 2024 win at IAPLC.
Or how about a Choki at KAC 2024?
This brings us to today's main lessons. Red is a high-impact color.
It is an easy color to see and difficult color to hide.
Even if it is just one type of red plant, it can have a big influence on your scape, like Fabian shows us here.
And even just a few red plants scattered around in a scape can and will draw your attention to them.
There are many reddish tones, and I include the yellows here too. They can guide your eyes and create reflections.
They will make your aquascape brighter and feel lighter, making the play on light and shadow harder to pull off.
Still, you can use it as a contrasting color and at the same time keep it away from surface reflections, like we see in this scape. So that just leaves us with one question. Do you need red to win an aquascaping competition?
No, you don't. In fact, I would argue it will make it harder to win. The one color that you do need is green. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe. Next time, we will look at some aquascapes and see what could have been improved in my opinion. Take care and see you next time.